almost there. Look at this. This is what happens every single time. They're not going to do it. Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher Realms. Welcome to the channel. It's time to put myself on blast. I'm going to be trying to do my Apoc-2 team, shooting for 120k. The last few months, all I can manage to ever do is get like 110 to 115. I'm gonna go around one round at this and kind of explain what's going on, and maybe you guys can have some feedback in the comments to maybe give me some tips to figure out how to get this done, because man, am I struggling. Anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Okay, Apoc-2. Let's go see what I'm working with here. So this is the team that I'm bringing. I will go over their gear one by one, kind of explain why I did things the way I did. Maybe you guys, like I said, can point something out that I did wrong, or maybe something's not right, or whatever. But let's see here. So Torador. I do put my Torador in a Guardian set. I think I might switch him into a Whirlwind set on the left side to get his attack speed a little faster, just because he has that ability to stun. Where is it here? Yes. Each attack launch has a 30% chance to launch an AoE attack, doing 90% AoE damage and inflicting the targets with stun. 30% chance. So the more that he hits, I figure the more that he's going to have that chance to stun and help me out with the Titan Saw, so that Carnelian has enough time to come back and rotate her onto her ult again. So I think I am going to put her in that, or put him in that, because he's sitting at 1.6 attack interval, just to see how much faster it will actually be. Let's see, we got attack speed. I do want a HP bonus on there. Come on now, what we got here? Well, I'm just gonna go with this one. Bring some crit rate along, help him hit a little harder, I guess. Here's another one, attack speed, attack bonus, HP bonus. The HP is gonna go down a little bit, but he's still sitting at 100k. And if everything works right, Carnelian should be able to make sure he stays unyielding anyways. But I get only 0.1 seconds faster, so it's not too crazy. His rage regen is decent. I wonder if I could raise that a little bit somehow, not without really losing. On his ult, I think it increases when Hellfire Burning, which is his ultimate, is activated. The trigger chance increases and the attack range changes. So I mean, there's a chance that, or it's going to increase this 30% chance by how much, I don't know, whatever it is. But he also brings defense reduction, so that's another reason why I'm bringing him. But you want to make him tanky. You want to make it so you can take the falling stones. Alright, so on to Lust. First off, I'll say that every single hero is in a Soulbound Arcana set. Lust total stats is going to be 18.4k attack, 1.5 second attack interval, 342 crit damage, and right around 20% rage regen. And on the left side, we have Warlord. On Arrogance, we are running Annihilating Might and Soulbound Arcana, coming out to 20.5k attack, 322 crit damage. And the reason I did that is to try to have his rage regen a little higher. I want him to be ulting a lot more than he was. But his attack interval is at 1.5 seconds. He's running his exclusive, and I forgot to show Lusts. She is too, at level 13. Volca, because I don't need her to put Invig on anybody, I just have her in an Infernal Roar set, built for damage. 18k attack, 1.4 second attack interval, and 342 crit damage, with 14.5% rage regen. She's in her exclusive artifact, help keep that Scarlet Ferment going, and it helps keep that attack down on the boss. Now, Carnelian. Actually, I'll do the DPS units first here, so we're gonna go with Yolvar. Yolvar is actually my hardest hitter on Guild Boss. He's sitting at 16k attack, 1.1 second attack interval, 350 crit damage or so, no rage regen. Soulbound Arcana, Annihilating Might. Silas, usually my second hardest hitter, over the top of Lust. So we're running Soulbound Arcana set with Warlord. Trying to keep his attack high still, so 15.7k attack, 341 crit damage, 1.1 second attack interval, and a little bit of rage regen to help him keep in tune with the rest of the heroes as far as when Constance's ready to ult and Lust is ready to ult. So I could raise his crit damage. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I feel like him being at 15.7k attack is a good thing. Let me see if I have anything else here, because I just did some runs testing this all out, and it actually didn't turn out too good for me. So we have one here, nice attack bonus, flat attack. I could run this and see if that makes any difference, but it's going to bring him down to 14.4k attack and then 390 or crit damage or so. He still has his 20% rage regen. It's a good idea to run him on that. I could run Hex. Hex is A3. I'm not sure if he would do better or worse. He does have stuns. He would help a lot with the Titan Saw. But then I run into trouble with the Aegis Shield. As you can see, on my team there's nobody there to strip off those buffs. So the only way to get through that is to power through. It seems like my biggest struggle is just not having enough damage, which is crazy because the team is really strong. Now, Carnelian, she's in an Invig set. She has 0% rage regen, but she's running her Astral Obelisk, so she gets an extra 50% boost there. And then she's in Invig with 16.5k attack, 1.3 second attack interval. And Calamity on the left side. Very good Invigoration Calamity set for an Inspiration unit. It's the one I use on Dolores, usually results to be about 14k attack. So it's a pretty decent setup. Percy, Invigoration set, Calamity on the left side. I know I could go with like a Warlord set, but I just threw this on him. At 22.5k attack, 1.7 attack interval, and Rage Regen is at 0. I mostly use him to counteract the lasers, and I use him to add Inspiration when Constance isn't, so that way that their hits, when not in their alt form, typically still has a nice Inspiration buff on him. His Inspiration buff is a little lower though, it's 20% versus Constance is being at 45. Carnelian, he's in an Invigoration set with Whirlwind on the left side. He's totaling out to be 33k HP, 10k attack. Attack isn't really important. I try to get defense where I could to help her, just in case she does get hit without having her orb up. 1.1 second attack interval, and a 145% rage regen with a Golden Scarab maxed out. Also, I think, didn't go over this one, he has a euphoric orb. Carnelian has the Golden Scarab, and Elowen also has the Golden Scarab. Elowen's build here, she's sitting at 17.8k attack, 24k HP, 1.4 second attack interval, 100% rage regen with the Golden Scarab. She is usually right on time as far as when the poisons come back. You'll be able to cleanse them off in time anyway, so the rage regen is fine. I don't know if it needs to be higher. I don't think so. She's not A3, so she can't cleanse any of the debuffs off with her basic. Unfortunately, she's just one awakening away. Yovar's A3, so as far as maximum damage goes, he's going to be hitting as hard as he can. Silas is A2. Tried to get him to bring up the damage an extra 15%. That would have helped a lot. My Volka's A5. Elowen's A2. Arrogance is Awakened 1. Lust is A2. I only did get the one Lust from the last summoning event, even though I just completely sunk everything I had into it. Awakened 3 to give me that extra 20% attack speed, which would have been tremendous, but I didn't get that either. Tordor's Awakened 0, and let's see here. Constance is Awakened 0, Percy's Awakened 3, and Carnelian is Awakened 0. I think I forgot anybody here. No, I didn't. But anyways, so let's get into the fight. I'll show you what's going on, and I'm just going to completely walk you right through what I'm doing, and we will hang out for this really, really long fight. Alright, so first thing I can do is put it on 1 times speed. I'm going to start by placing my Silas here. I am going to place Yovar up here. We are going to place Percy, give an Invigoration buff. Carnelian, to give an Invigoration buff. I'm going to put Lust right here. We're going to put Constance right here, so all these guys that are doing damage are within her range. I'm going to go ahead and put Arrogance down here. Elowen's going to be right here. She's going to give Arrogance the Invig buff, and she can cover this whole range here in this area. I'm going to go ahead and put Volka up here, and Tordor right here. And then, to start things off, all I do is just keep ulting with Yovar. to get the Soulbond stacks because that glitch is still working. I'm gonna wait until it comes down to really low before I activate everybody's ultimates. I do try to time this with Arrogance if I can. Well, the best I can. He's kind of a wild card if he matches up or doesn't match up. So, when his first hit's coming around, I'll show you how I time Carnelian's ultimate. So it's gonna come back right about there. I'm gonna activate. Right when it gets right off this platform, she'll hit, she'll activate, she'll give a couple of these guys orbs if they're under 50%. That's about it. Now, as soon as his next one comes up, I'll activate Torador. That increases chance of doing stuns, kind of helps slow him down. And hopefully give Carnelian enough time to be ready with her next ultimate again. And it usually does. Usually like right on time. I'll activate there. The hit, she'll activate. If anybody went under 50%, restores the orbs. We are going to wait to hit anybody's ults because I want to make sure that Arrogance catches up. And then we can really pound away. He might not catch up in time though. Maybe he will. It looks like he's going to. Okay, let's go ahead and hit. Wait for Silas to activate. Hit Constance. Yovar. Yovar can come around with her ult. His ult twice. And one Constance ult. I'll hit Torador again just because. And we'll take a big chunk off of this, running out the ults from the last, or the center, or the beginning of the fight here. I'm going to hit Yovar again. And I will hit Percy now, because everybody will have inspiration since Constance just went off. I think his lasts for 10 seconds. Which ends pretty quickly, but still. And the same thing. I'm just going to go ahead and wait. Everybody has full Soulbond Arcana stacks. Arrogance is going to activate now. So it's debatable. Maybe I should just try activating this now and see what happens. Hoping they could finish him off and still have a little bit left to hit him while he's vulnerable. There you go, 0. Hitting vulnerable with all the ults going. Arrogance is his end. And Yovar is gonna hit right now. I'm gonna hit Percy right now. There we go. Now the first poison that comes out from when he comes up, I don't do anything with. I wait till he comes down with the arm. And then I will activate Eloin. Right when the poisons go on. Fends them off. And I'm still gonna just wait though. That hit isn't too dangerous. Otherwise I would activate Carnelian. The lasers, I will try to activate Percy at the right time so they don't do too much damage. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on 2x. Here comes the lasers. Right now. And then Eloin, you can see, should be ready. Plenty of time. Clean them off again. So you don't get any more than like 2 stacks of poisons on your heroes at a time. We're gonna go ahead and leave Torador. Activate our DPS units. Do all this damage here. It's gonna be vulnerable again. Here we go. Next round. Constance is done, so I'll activate Percy. You should give Arrogance a little boost in damage there. We take that first hit just fine. You know, I'm not going to get too wild or too crazy here. I'm just going to go ahead and wait. Because I can do this again. Activate Carnelian right at the right time. Hit the click on her, slow it down, hit it. Should work. Everybody goes, gets their orbs back. Perfect. And then every other one, I will use Carnelian. I'll use Torador to activate his ultimate, get the stuns going, help slow down the saw, so that Carnelian has more time to come around to his ult, or her ult. Then we'll just wait. Okay, we're ready. She's sword is off. I'm gonna hit, reapply. We didn't hit 0, so it didn't really matter. Now, as soon as Arrogance gets ready, I'm gonna go ahead and activate everybody's ults again, which is about right now. That should tear him up pretty good. Go into vulnerability mode. Do a ton of extra damage because he's vulnerable. Semrah's in a weakened state. His vulnerability, physical, and magic damage received are increased by 50%. It's a very big deal to have your ults going, especially early on during that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hit Fercy and Yovar. I do like to hit Carnelian right here. That when the falling stones do hit, they do like a little bit of an AoE sometimes. And then they have the extra damage reduction from the ult. Okay, so Arrogance is going, so I am going to hit this one. There you go. You can hit Torador too. Not that he matters as much. But I do like to ult one time on the second round of the Aegis Shield. Even as Constance's ult runs out, I'll go ahead and activate Fercy. And then we wait. Now at this point, I am just going to go ahead and try to get the health down low. Now we'll attack right when they're ready here. You go. Later on in the fight, I will activate her ult on one of those. That hit right there, I think. It brings them down pretty low sometimes. Make sure that the orbs come back. Doesn't really matter until you get like over 100k. Hit Torador again. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Yovar. As soon as we're ready, I'm gonna hold on to Fercy this time actually. Again, we're gonna wait until the round of poisons come around here. I really think the biggest issue I have is that I just don't have any way to remove those buffs. And I don't have any like the meta units for like damage, so like Kratos, you know. I mean, Lucius would be nice. Giri would be an awesome addition, and when he does come out, he sure does have a way of putting things on easy mode. Now you can see Arrogance is a little off center as far as when his buffs are going to hit, or his ult's going to be going on, so it is what it is. Alright, so here comes the laser. Now. I'm going to hold on to Torador for the next wave. Sometimes the end of the fight gets kind of scuffed if I don't manage to keep Carnelian from losing her orb during the Titan's Drake before I get to the Titan Saw, and he comes around and he just takes him out, which it is what it is. Now his ult is way off center with the rest of the team. We will activate ults to save Torador, the second charge phase. And for the first one here, we'll just use Carnelian like normal. Hit Yovar. Then for Carnelian, he'll do a ton of damage. Carnelian will come in, Anybody hit 0 and activated the orb, she reapplies it. It's perfect. Going to go ahead and hit Percy here. There you go. Now I'm gonna need to hit Torador. I'm gonna wait until Arrogance's ult is ready before I continue with that. Just right about now. Arnian's ult will be ready again. Same thing. Hit Yovar. Didn't have to worry about the hit. That's okay. I like to stay in practice. Make sure that I'm doing it right every single time. I'm gonna get to the next Titan's Drake, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back later on in the fight and show you where I end up struggling. Probably phase 4, I think. We'll just do a time lapse to get there. Nothing too dangerous yet here. Arrogance is activated. I'm gonna activate everybody here. Perfect. Nothing too dangerous yet. Early on, you can just use their ult early. That way, they just get that damage reduction and it's a little less of a problem. I don't know if it really matters until you get up to 100k though. At least for mine, anyways. I'm gonna activate first in between here. Get some inspiration out. So on here too, if you're just kind of watching and following along, trying to learn something, that's great. Every single time the Aegis shield goes up like that, it adds another buff where it enhances his damage. It also reduces his physical damage and magic damage by 10%. It stacks, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's got 40% physical and magic damage reduction right now, which sucks. It's my big issue with the guy. Volca does put a 20% vulnerability for both of them on there, but it's not enough. It's just not enough. You can see we're only on this, what, 3rd round here, and I'm already at a minute and a half and I haven't taken him down yet. I would like to get him down a lot earlier than that, but I've seen worse. Now Arrogance is way off filter again. Say off center. Go ahead and activate Percy here, get some extra inspiration out, get this guy taken down. There he goes. I'll get the next Titan's Drake down, and then I'll just go into a time lapse. Get it done, here he comes. Alright, so Torador. What to do, get everybody going. Titan's Drake, I got it pretty much on lockdown for the most part. Titan Saw is fine. It's just that darn Aegis shield. I can't get enough damage on the team, and I'm not really sure what could get it for me either. I'm gonna activate Carnelian here just because I can. There was no reason to, really. This time around, what's gonna happen is he's gonna poison. He's gonna do a laser. When he does his laser, I like to put down one of the Wood Elves and then activate Percy at the right time. Here comes the laser. Okay. So Arrogance is about to pop, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit everybody here. Hopefully that takes him down to 0. We'll have to cleanse the poisons off. We'll hold on to Torador. In my experience, he doesn't come back fast enough to be ready for the next phase. Alright, so I think I'm gonna come back at phase 4. I think is what it is. Yep, phase 4. When I start to struggle, and I can kind of show you what's going on in the end of the fight. See you in a little bit. Alright, so we are back, ready to start on the Titan's Drake. It's a little early. I don't think he really causes me much issue. I want to see, after I cleanse, I want to see who all has the orb yet. Okay, so it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Everybody has the orb. That's good. Go ahead and activate her right at this time, just in case anybody's below 50%. Not a problem yet. Arrogance is definitely in a funny time. So I'm just gonna ignore him. Here comes the laser. Kind of cancels it out. If you do it right, it's kind of hard to get it right, but it works. It works. Here comes another slam, so I'll use Carnelian again, just in case it hurts. Didn't hurt quite too bad yet. Okay, looks like I'll take another Venom. Just pop 90k. Didn't quite cancel it out. That's okay. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and time this ult, this first ult with Arrogance. That's going to be a good idea. Send myself off. Now, here comes the 4th Titan Saw. What you need to do, by the way, is get to stage 4. I want to say phase 4 here, stage 4, I don't know what it is. Then you need to get to the Titan's Drake on this phase. If you make it there, you can pop that 120k. Maybe you can do it early, and I just don't know, but maybe I don't have the damage for it. Either way, it's not working for me. So I just assume that you can't do it before that. Maybe I'll do it somewhere in the middle of that phase. But alright, so Arrogance is about to go. I'm gonna be a little brave, I guess. I hit Carnelian a little late. Okay, so she'll reapply. Everybody still has their orbs. It's perfect. Now wait for Torador until the next Saw starts charging up. Make sure there's enough time for Carnelian. Sorry about the long video. I'm struggling with this. I'm hoping that, I mean, I'm assuming I'm not the only one struggling with this. But maybe you guys can rewatch this over. Somebody may know a lot more than me. I'd be happy to take a look and see. If you have any ideas, I'll try them out. Here we go. We're back with Carnelian. Down to 0. Re-get their orbs. Everybody got their orbs. They're back up again. I'm gonna go ahead and actually try to hold off here. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Corridor isn't getting much help. See if I can reapply in time. Maybe just in time. Nope, lost my LON. That's not good. Let's go ahead and hit Percy. Okay, I think they all got their orbs, whoever was there. I don't know how LON didn't have an orb. Kind of nonsense if you ask me. I think that's okay. I can kind of wait. Don't need LON so much in the next Aegis phase. It's not going to really help me much. Take this down. Perfect. Arrogance is going to be in a really stupid rotation again. That's so irritating. I need him to be at full bar right when this boss comes up. Otherwise, every single time I activate Constance, he's not ready. Really irritating. I have to activate. I already know that I have to activate. Well, Arrogance is not ready. It is what it is. I use Carnelian just in case it hurts. Didn't hurt much, so we're good. Maybe Carnelian will, maybe Arrogance will catch up in the rotation from one of the rounds. I don't think so, but go ahead and activate Percy and Yovar. It wasn't too bad. Such a nasty phase. You don't have the right heroes or the right damage in some way. There is an option to like maybe put my Constance in a glacier set. Have her HP super high, and then maybe build Torador for some damage, because I'm always like 10%. You'll see where we end up here. Okay, focusing. I'm gonna go ahead and hit everybody again. Alright. Arrogance is activating. He did kind of catch up a little bit that time. Not the greatest though, but I can activate Percy to finish off his ult, I think. That hit's starting to hurt a little bit. Activate Yovar again. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Percy. Damage is getting really low. I'm gonna hit Torador right now. LON still does not have her orb. Oof. Comes the next Earth Shatter. That now. Still doesn't have her orb. Okay, so now Arrogance is pretty much on time here. We're at 38%. He's gonna start really wailing on me. And LON's just not ready for this. Okay. Guess I can't really have asked for that part to go much better, if you ask me. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Percy again. We are going to activate Carnelian. LON's hurting. Oh boy. 22%. Not gonna get another round of ults here. I know it. I'm gonna hit LON just in case, because I know this is gonna hurt. Okay. Alright. Maybe I'll wait. Go ahead and get these guys going. Do another round of ults. gonna make it this time. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Stay alive. Maybe I'll make it to the 120. Maybe I'll make it to the 120. Come on. Got your ults going. You got your ults going. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is gonna happen. Come on. Come on. Almost there. Look at this. This is what happens every single time. They're not gonna do it. Man. Every time, dude. Every time. So you need to make it. You need to make it into that Titan's Drake. Now I am gonna save this, because I'm kind of done with this for this week. I've been trying for quite a while now. I like the builds on the heroes. They're really good. I think they're doing a good amount of damage. I'll save, and then I'll show the results here. 112.5. Man. See the results. The amazing thing is that Yovar is always ending up on top of these guys. He's always higher than Silas. He's always higher than Lust and Arrogance. And that's decent damage for right around 112k. It's not too bad. They could be up in the 270 for 5 range. And they'd be up over 300 if, you know, Lust was A3 and Arrogance was A3. You'd be seeing completely different numbers. Volca coming in at 100 million. I mean, that's not too shabby. I do have Alistair. I don't think Corridor can even amount to much damage, no matter what you do. We could argue that maybe I could make him a lot faster for damage. Maybe I can make him come around his ult a lot faster to help with the saw, but I don't really need him to be any faster. So I would just build him for straight up damage, and I think he'd probably pop up around 30 million, but maybe that would get me there. It depends on how much I would lose from running a Glacier set on Constance and not putting Invig on somebody else. Because I wouldn't be able to put Invig on one of these heroes up here. Probably... Well, Volca doesn't have the 10% Invig already. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 4 heroes in Invig right now. I'd have to be down to 3 heroes in Invig. And I would definitely probably choose Yovar, Lust, and Arrogance to get the Invig buff. I know I see maybe it would be Lust, Silas, and Yovar, just because Arrogance always seems to be a little bit lower than the rest of them. I have a really hard time getting his ult timed right. So maybe there's a trick to that. Maybe you guys know. Let me show you what I would say would be a different option that we could do. I'm gonna go ahead and just open up something else like Guild Boss here. Alright, so what we're running, we have Constance, we have Elwyn. Get rid of this. And then I need to get rid of Dolores. Yeah, that team is right. I need to get some healers in here, so I need my Fercy, Carnelian. Alright, so the issue with me running Alistair, I would have to drop Volca, right? Because you don't really want to go double damage reduction. You don't really need to. It'd be a waste. So I'd go with Alistair. And if I go with Alistair, I want to have 4 Nightmare heroes on the squad. So, I mean, I do have Salazar. Where is he? Here is the little guitar. And I could drop Silas. But then Alistair is going in without a Lord, and the whole benefit, like if I had Kratos, it'd be over 100%. He'd be able to go in there and take care of the stuns. I mean, everything would be, Francis would get a buff for her basic stats. Kratos would be doing a ton of damage. Salazar would help Lust with her whip. What do you call it? Sinful Lash. She'd be able to do more of those because he ults so much. So, I mean, I'm like just one hero short. And the other option would be, if I didn't do this, that I would drop Salazar and put Kagiri there when he comes. Or if I pull Lucius, that would maybe help. I don't know. Maybe I could put Lucius on the side and then keep running Volca instead of Salazar. But right now, that's how all the fights go. It's like 3 to 10% in that range every single time. I thought for sure while we were doing that run that I was gonna get it. But we didn't get it. So anyways, that's all I have for today's video. If you have any ideas for me, feel free to let me know in the comments. Join the Discord, give me some tips, help me out. I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks for tuning in. And until next time, keep digging.